How are y'all, and welcome back to another video. For today's question, this is something that's been on my mind. I wanted to ask, what speed do you watch YouTube videos on? So I watch, I would say 90% of my YouTube videos on 2x speed. I might drop that down to 1.5 if it's something I'm trying to learn, or like a lecture or something that I really need to pay attention to. But other than that, it's definitely a 2x speed. I very seldom watch anything at like original speed, which means that when I do, it sounds incredibly slow. But that can also be quite funny if I load up like a music video or something. I'm like, oh, this sounds cheerful, and then realize I'm watching it like 1.5 or 1.75 or something. So it's just always an entertaining thing to realize. But so yeah, I'm just used to watching it at 2x speed. But then one of the friends was listening to me, just listening to a video, and she was saying it was actually painful that just to hear how fast they're speaking. So yeah, I'm just interested, what speed do you guys watch YouTube videos at, and what speed do you watch these videos at? Because I reckon I'm speaking slowly enough. Like, I try and be a bit slower than perhaps my normal speech. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what speed people watch the videos at. Anyway, for the game, we just finished floor 4 yesterday. That was quite a good game. Started off with miners, went into dwarfs, just a very nice solid run. So we start with floor 5 today, and this is the first time we see duds. It's not so bad though, you just get one dud, so it's there for 33 turns and then it removes itself, so it's not really much of a detriment at all. Let's jump in and let's see what kind of game we get today. I could try for a crab. It's still pretty early on. I'm still hopeful for a crab deck. I don't think it's particularly good, which is why I tend to move away from it if I'm offered something I think might be better, but there's always the chance. We made the 25 rent payment with 6 left over. I will take an early hex of Tedium, could go wanted poster or swear jar. Actually, it's still pretty early, so that should be pretty good. I'll take a coal for a bit of late game scaling. I'll take a second crab, and I'll take a cultist. I tend to think that cultists are better than crab. The scaling is just better. I'll take a second cheese, and we made the 50 rent payment with 10 left over. 100 now due in 6 spins. I have a toddler, so I'll take the pinata and I'll take lockpick. That should mean we make the next rent payment without too much trouble. 5-sided dice versus present. I'll actually take the 5-sided dice for the 3 per turn ongoing. And skip all these, don't want any of them. Monkey versus light bulb. I'll take a bubble. The choice that I didn't mention. I'll take a dwarf, I guess. We could have gotten happy hour, which would have been pretty good with the dwarf. Out of these, I think I'll just take chemical 7 for the 7 now and potentially 77 later. We made the 100 rent payment with 79 left over. We're doing pretty good. 150 due in 6 spins. I think I'm pretty happy with anything coming back from the time capsule, and fruit basket could be really good. I think this is a really strong, this and cleaning rag are 2 really strong items. Just making all your fruit better. We got the pinata. That's not so bad. I'll take a safe here. And I'll take another coal for late game. Just to get another diamond. I'll take a bubble for the toddler. We haven't seen any more crabs or any more cultists in a while. I'll take a lucky capsule. And a sun versus a cultist. Sun is really good. Or do we want to go all in on the... I'll take the sun. It's worth 3. Is that the best idea? Possibly not. If we get a second sun, it definitely will be, but who's to know? We made the 150 rent payment with 97 left over. I'll definitely take booster pack. And instant ram versus cleaning rag essence. I think I'll take cleaning rag essence. I think a peach is worth 3. Ritual candle is worth 1 more per turn, which is better than reroll. This makes a 5-sided dice worth 5.6, I believe. No, 3.6 on average, I believe. Somebody did the maths on the Reddit, I think, a while ago. And by a while, I mean a couple of months ago. I'll take Ritual Candle, that's worth 1 per turn. And we don't want to remove anything yet, although we will now. Still need a mouse for this cheese. Let's reroll for nothing. Let's get rid of, I want to keep the pearl now because it's a cleaning rag proc. So I will get rid of, this is worth 2. I'll get rid of the coin. Okay, we should make the next rent payment. There's a mouse for the 2 cheese. That's fantastic. That really helps clear up the deck. I could take another pinata or I could take a pear. The pear is only good if we see a chef or a farmer. I would pick a farmer for the flower though. Let's go with a nice safe pinata choice. Okay, we have our first diamond. That's fantastic. I could take an oyster. That'd make all of the pearls worth 2. I don't think that's a good idea, but it is an idea. That's a possibility. I'll take another flower for the sun. There's a lot of stuff going on in this deck at the moment. That's the problem. I think I want a second sun before I take another flower, though that could be wrong. There's also a lot of candy going on in this deck, which is making the deck look a lot more bloated than it actually is. But we did make the 225 rent payment with 154 left over. Coconut half is worth 3, so I guess that's worth taking. And am I going to go Curse Katana? There's always a possibility of ninjas and mice, but I think I'll take Pizza the Cat instead. Let's remove, at this stage, I think it's time for the crabs to go. We gave them a go, they just didn't work out. I'll skip this. 6 turns, 5 turns. Yeah, we should make the next rent payment without any problem whatsoever. I'll take Hustling Capsule, I guess. If you think you're going to survive the next 7 turns, it's always worth taking Hustling Capsule. Let's skip this. Okay, we have our booster pack, so I'll take Divide Stone, take another Chemical 7, that's great. Alright, so Watermelon is worth 5. Wildcard is worth whatever the highest is, which would probably be in this deck. Could be 5 or could be 6 actually with the diamonds. Possibly 12. I think Wildcard is better. I'll take a wine for the dwarf. So Wildcard here worth 7. So yeah, should be worth. Yeah, I think Wildcard was the better choice. We made the 300 rent payment with 137 left over. Of course, here would be another watermelon. I don't think we need another watermelon. We're not doing Noid Rabbit. I'll just take the horseshoe, I guess. I'll take quiver, I guess, and coconut. We don't have any monkeys at the moment. Let's reroll for something better. Dame is fantastic. And I'll take red suits is not something we're doing. Could go dark humor, but we'll go grey pepper. We definitely get some gold out of this, or some. I guess it's coins. Could be golden coins. Who knows? Let's skip this. We should make the next rent payment. We have our second diamond. I do need to keep an eye out for gems so that we can get our cleaning rag essence off. Once we break that, then we definitely won the game. Take a cheese there for the mouse, and let's skip this. Do I have 20 spins left? I probably do. I'll take another coal. 75 on that spin, that's great. We could take a bronze arrow for the quiver. It's not too bad, but we did make the 375 rent payment with 203 left over, so that's pretty good. Strawberry's worth 3, or well, it's worth 4, potentially 5 if I get a second one. Let's skip it. General Zaref to take out the cultists, interesting, but also take out the Dame. Let's find something better. Card Shark, I'll just take Item Capsule, I guess. I'll take Guillotine in case we add any billionaires. There's Grave Robber, that's not fantastic for this deck. Let's remove the other crab. So we now have 2 cultists. They'll probably be the next to go, I'd say. I'll take, do I want another flower? Don't think so. I'll take a present for the toddler. I could take an urn. Might as well. I do have grave robber. Shouldn't last too long. 50 per turn. I'll take another pearl. So we now do have 5 gems once the diamond breaks or transforms. Okay, we're getting about 50 per turn, which isn't too bad. So we should survive until this diamond transforms, and then we'll definitely win it. So we made the, what was that, the 450 rent payment with 206 left over. I might as well get dwarven anvil. I do have dwarfs and tax evasion, I guess. Sure. Diver is, you get rid of the pearls, but I'm okay with that. I will take black cat. Cats are now worth 4. That's okay. 89. That's fine. Let's take a bubble, I guess. I could take another bubble, but we do have 23 symbols, which is quite a lot. Getting about 60 per turn. I'm okay with that at the moment. I'll take a beer for the dwarf. I'll take another pearl. Maybe we can get all 5 pearls on the board before the diver eats them all. It's a bit late for another coal. Take another beer for the dwarf. Help if they start drinking things. Could have taken a monkey for the coconut just to clear it up. But we did make the 575 rent payment with 150 left over. Beastmaster. If crabs had worked out, that would have been great. Let's reroll for something better. Don't particularly want any of these. Let's skip. Barrel of dwarfs is interesting, but not good. I'll take it anyway. Just because I don't particularly want any of the other items that were on offer. Okay, at this stage, let's remove probably the mouse. It's only worth 1. I'll remove the cultists. And we have gotten 5 gems on board, so yeah, this game is pretty much already won. Yeah, getting over 100 per turn. I still have the mouse, don't I? I do, yep. I could also use the dwarven anvil to... Oh no, the beer dwarfs don't actually break rocks. I was going to say I could use the dwarven anvil to have the dwarfs break ore, possibly get more gems out of them, but that's not how that essence works at all. That's okay. 170 on that spin. Regularly getting over 100. Let's just feed up the diver a little bit. Don't need anything here. Could have taken a snail for the diver. Completely forgot that he removes snails. B for the flower, of course, is a choice. I'll take the Tedium capsule instead. And we made the 625 rent payment with 689 left over. We do have 15 spins left, or I could take capsule machine. Let's take the lucky carrot, I guess. Let's take... I could have gotten a moon. As always, X-ray machine is essence. I'll take clear sky just in case we're offered a moon. This would have been fantastic with the X-ray machine essence. I'll take the geologist. I guess take jack-o'-lantern. We do still have a toddler. Okay, I'll take a buffing capsule. Take a goldfish for the diver. Take a present for the toddler. I don't want... Oh, I could have taken a golem there for the geologist. I'll take an ore for the geologist, I guess. Okay, I don't want anything here. Could take a hustling capsule just to get the tax evasion essence. I do believe it works. And I'll take a snail for the diver. Take a pearl for the diver or the geologist. They both got it. That's great. And you made the 675 rent payment with 1,115 left over. Could just take another geologist. Sure, why not? We'll take happy hour. Let's remove the next cultist. Okay, let's skip. Don't want a coconut. We can take an anchor for the diver. And a turtle. I forgot that the diver eats turtles as well. I don't see the diver very often in my runs. And oh, golden arrow. I could have gone Midas bomb. It's a bit more interesting, but we do have quiver. So let's see how long quiver works with golden arrow. 56 from that diamond. That's fantastic. Let's re-roll for something better. Wine for the dwarf. Sure, why not? I'll take a... don't need any of this. Oh, this should be big from the dwarf. 12 from the wine and then 180 from the dwarf. The wine got hit there with the golden arrow. Okay, 443 on that spin. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I assume there was some golden arrow shenanigans going on. But we did make the 777 rent payment. Let's break the swear jar with 2,324 left over. So yeah, a nice relaxed run this. What did we do? Started off as always toddler and dwarf. They're really good to start off with. Had a mouse in there for the cheese. Picked up an early sun, didn't really do much with that. And then as always, diamonds are fantastic for the late game. Cleaning reg essence really helps them out, and picking up a dame. But yeah, if you're off of coal early on, I think taking the Tedium early on was probably one of the more surprising. Tedium, a lot of people would think that kind of shuts down your run, because obviously a lot of the good symbols are rares, but even if you have a Tedium or two, you'll still get offered rare symbols towards the end, just maybe not quite as early, so still good to pick up. And as I was trying to go crabs, which didn't work out, but the cultist didn't really work out either, but that's alright. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like and leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, all that good stuff, and we shall see you in the next one. Until then guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.